Welcome to SBR TV. This is our NFL Experts Roundtable for Week 5 in the NFL. We're joined this week by SBR contributor Bob Harvey and Robert Fringo from Duck Sports. Thanks, guys, for being here.
Hey, no problem. Anytime.
All right, we got 4 games that we're going to talk about on this roundtable, and each of them is kind of an interesting game to me, and I'm very curious to see what you have to say. The first game I want to ask you about is Cincinnati and Jacksonville. And this game involves two sort of like lesser teams, so I think it's a game that's sliding under the radar a little bit, but I'm thinking that Cincinnati might have some value here as a road underdog. Cincinnati, of course, beat Buffalo. We know now that Buffalo is a decent team and that means something this year. They have a rookie quarterback. Dalton seems to be improving, though, and the most important thing, most impressively about the Bengals is their overall defense performed very well. They actually have the #1 defense in the league at the moment. The Jags, of course, not looking too great, have a lot of holes. They also have a rookie quarterback starting. The line is, you'd like to be getting a little bit more of a cushion here, and I'm thinking about maybe taking the Bengals on a teaser. But I'm also just thinking about betting the Bengals, on the money line and then, throwing them in on a teaser. What do you guys think of this game? Bob Harvey, let's start with you.
Well, I like Cincinnati. I'm shocked. Stunned maybe is a better word that Jack Del Rio has hung on to his job for as long as he has. But Dalton is not a bad quarterback. I think The key player, though, in this game is Cincinnati's rookie receiver, A.J. Green. I don't think Jacksonville has anyone to match up with him. So I like Cincinnati in a very mild upset. And I'm also probably going to play perhaps the under in this game. It's 36.5. Hasn't moved much since the line opened. So for me, it's Cincinnati, small road upset, and the under.
Right, and the key, as you said, the Bengals defense has just been really great, and Jacksonville does not present a formidable opponent on offense by any means. Robert Fringo from Duck Sports, what do you think about this? Bengals maybe money line?
I think that you're being very, very generous by just calling these guys lesser teams in the NFL. To me, this is one of those games that you can just put a big circle around and then a big X through it. I want nothing to do with anything in this game.
Really?
The reason being that I agree with you. Cincinnati's defense has played fantastically well. Their front seven is very underrated, led by a guy, Domata Peko, who's one of my favorite players in the NFL. But if you look at this, they have played better against a worse schedule, whereas Jacksonville has gotten snapped around a little bit, but it's been at least 5 better teams. So it's almost too easy to take Cincinnati coming off that win, especially as bad as Jacksonville looked last week, because there's points involved and you think that this could be a live underdog. Because the big red flag to me was the number movement. This came out at Jacksonville -1, and it was quickly bet up to Jacksonville -2.5. We're just since held firm. I could see it going the other way as some more public money comes in later in the week on the Bengals. But me, personally, I know this. I will never, ever, ever bet on a Marvin Lewis team on a short line on the road. I just want no part in him or what he has going on.
You do make a lot of good points. I could easily see, Jacksonville coming out and getting like a 24-20 win or a 2017 win, but kind of hard to see Jacksonville getting like a substantial win by a substantial margin, wouldn't you say?
I mean, I would, but again, it's Marvin Lewis. Like this is the Bengals. These are the Bungles. We've seen this so many times from them over the year, where you think that maybe playing against another bad team, they're kind of a safe play, or they're worth a look, or maybe there's some value there, but there just isn't. Besides their front seven, there still just isn't a very good football team. They're going to end up being 5-11, 6-10. They're not very disciplined. We still have a rookie quarterback on the road, and just to me, there's nothing really to like about them.